Hey, what's up? My name is Jonathan Fink, and welcome to my audiobook series. This is Spirits of the Gridiron, Volume 1, Chapter 4, The Rise of NIL. Really appreciate you joining me. If you enjoy this chapter and all the others, please leave a like. And if you really enjoy this stuff, please subscribe. Thanks so much. God bless. Chapter 4, The Rise of NIL. The next great upheaval in the world of college football did not begin with coaches, conferences, or even the football gods. It began with the players. For generations, they had labored under the lights, shedding blood, sweat, and years of youth in service of a game that made millions, but paid them nothing. Their faces were printed on posters. Their jerseys sold in campus bookstores. Their highlights played during commercial breaks. But their pockets were empty. Their families still struggled. Their dreams, monetized by others, often ended before they even cashed a check. And then the moment came. 3 sacred words cracked open the cosmos like thunder. Name, image, likeness. NIL. A phrase once buried in legal arguments now became a divine key, unlocking the gates of an old empire. Suddenly, athletes could profit from themselves. It was, in many ways, a cosmic correction, a divine balancing of scales that had been tilted for too long. Players were no longer just statistics in someone else's story. They could become brands, businesses, empires unto themselves. At first, it was pure. A small school wide receiver signed a deal with a family-owned diner down the block. A kicker launches a podcast sponsored by a local sports card shop. Dreams feel possible. Burdens lift. Futures brighten. The football gods watch with proud eyes. They had long spoken in hushed tones of this day, when players could finally be more than pawns, when the stars of the field could shine off of it too. But as with all things touched by man and by money, it could be compromised. New entities emerged in the form of agents, corporate reps, and marketing firms. Smooth-talking power brokers with smiles full of promises and contracts full of clauses. They didn't speak the language of passion or purpose. They spoke in deliverables, engagement metrics, brand exposure, and image control. They turned athletes into influencers. They turned decisions into dollar signs. Locker rooms began to shimmer, not with brotherhood, but with jealousy. One linebacker gets 6 figures from a national campaign. His teammate, equally talented, gets nothing. Resentment grows. Unity cracks. A quarterback earns more than the offensive line that protects him. A freshman arrives on campus with more social media followers than the head coach. What once was sacred, the team, becomes complicated. And indeed, the stories begin to multiply. A star running back turns down a guaranteed NFL draft slot for another year of NIL money, only to tear his ACL and be forgotten. A once humble team implodes mid-season after disputes over endorsement shares fracture the locker room. But also, a player uses his NIL money to pay off his mother's mortgage. A young woman, the first female kicker in her conference, signs a deal to speak at schools across her state, inspiring 1,000 little girls with every word. The football gods do not intervene, not yet. They do not strike down the greedy, nor reward the just. They wait, watch, whisper, because this new era is still young, still forming, and like all things divine, it can still evolve. They see players learning to navigate the chaos. They see mentors emerging, older players teaching the younger ones to protect their names, their time, their hearts. They see coaches adjusting, trying to lead in this new world without losing their souls. They see balance, still elusive, but possible. But above all, the spirits of the gridiron sense another tremor, something approaching on the horizon, heavy with consequence. The next battle is not about a player. It's about the battlefield itself. Conference realignment. Maps will shift. Rivalries will vanish. Tradition will be sold for market share. The soul of college football will be tested again. But for now, the football gods honor the players who finally have power. They watch the rise of NIL not as judges, but as guardians. And they pray that this gift will not become a curse. End of chapter 4. Up next, chapter 5, the Power Five.